Thank you once more. I have to, even the media house, I have to welcome you guys for this important briefing on regards to the formation of the Oversight Committee to oversee the implementation of an operational audit and certification. I can walk you through how it came about, the contract that we have signed with them on the 6th of August. The center authenticated by the Ministry of Justice. That means the government now owns it. After that, we say, okay, now we would like to communicate, or rather to notify the partners about this. We know that an audit, this audit here is long overdue. This is going to be the first audit of the oil sector in South Sudan. It's long overdue. And it's a normal practice. It's a normal practice. We have to audit the oil fields. We have to audit, okay? Look into the production. You look into the pre-production, cost. You look in the environment and so forth. Therefore, in Malaysia, in China, in India, in South Africa, wherever, these oil companies, or rather the oil producing countries, they must have an audit of the oil sector. It's a must. So we've taken this as a regular practice, whereby, as a country, we want to put our records straight. We want to look into the oil sector, because this now become a popular demand of the people of South Sudan. You guys have been hearing maybe on the street, people want the oil sector to be audited. It's a right of the people. It's a right of the people. That's why the difficulties that we got for the implementation, because we don't deal with you guys directly, with the partners. We don't deal directly with the partners. So we asked the Minister of Petroleum to facilitate, to notify the partners. Unfortunately, we had some little bit of difficulties, but we agreed on the principle that we have to do the audit. And finally, we agreed together that the audit has to be done. We are on the same boat. There's nobody who's above the presidential order. He has spoken, we have to implement. The minister is constituted by 7 members, the Oversight Committee. I have to go now in details. You have the Minister of Presidential Affairs, Nyal Deng Nyal, who is actually the chairperson. And then the chairperson of National Petroleum and Gas Commission, who is myself, as the deputy. You have Auditor General of National Audit, Chamba, who is here, Ambassador Wandu, and the Secretary of Ministry of Justice, Dr. Gabriel, DG of Petroleum Authority, Dr. William Manyak, then Director General, General Intelligence Bureau, we have General Thomas Gob, Director General of Exploration and Production of Nile Pet, we have Stanislaus. The TOR, terms of reference for this audit, to ensure that the audit for the petroleum sector is carried out with immediate effect in accordance with the agreement contract signed between the NPGC, which is National Petroleum Commission, and Alex Stewart International. Alex Stewart is an American-based company. is based in Washington, D.C. Under it, to reconstitute and empower the National Petroleum and Gas Commission in accordance with the Revitalized Peace Agreement of 2018. When you look into the agreement, we've actually been empowered. And to take you back, Article 481, 14.5, the Revitalized Peace Agreement says carry out within 6 months of transitional period an urgent audit of the petroleum sector and empower the National Petroleum and Gas Commission to oversee negotiation. Imagine, negotiations and function the negotiations in the petroleum sector. And also to oversee negotiations with oil companies as well as the awards of licenses. 2, to look into to provide, I'm a little bit mixed up here. We have to look into that, into the operational cost. Also, the audit of historical data. Available concerns institutions and the operating companies to verify that the proper revenue payments were reported to and received by concerned institutions. It's just a normal thing. You just want to verify whatever you got, the revenue, oil revenue, whether it goes to finance from the partners, the crude oil volumes. We want to also know the crude oil volumes. Right when we got independence from 2011 to 2019, this is what the contract limited us, because we started this process in February. That's why we just took from 2011 to 2019 for the contract. It's about 9 years to audit this contract, to audit that period of time. Why we want to know the audit the crude production? We want to see also the sales, the exports of the oil. People of South Sudan want to know that. We go also to the environmental audit. It's not overlapping with the environmental audit of Ministry of Petroleum. Ours is an overall. We have to look into the environment. You have to look at the samples, the soil, the formations, the sections, the layers, the reservoir. Look at the reservoir. Look at the permeability, the porosity. What are their problems? Why are we having produced water? Even a new well, even maybe like 70-90% produced water. What does this one tells you as a technical person? Is the issue of drilling mud? Maybe, I don't know. Is the drilling using the wrong tools? I don't know. Are you using MWD tools? I don't know. This is what the audit want to know, so that we can change. If they're outdated, I think the audit will let us know what technology that we're going to use. Look at the waters. Take samples of water. Even connect water, we have to check also the connect water, underground water. Are they contaminated? What are they sipping of the produced water inside? Probably of the formation, and this cause problems, diseases to the people around the oil fields. A lot of rumors that we have heard about diseases caused by environmental damage by the oil companies. I have no proof for that, but we need now the AXI to find out exactly what the problem is. Take the sample even of people who are living around there, take a hair, you can examine the hair of a person, the fluids. That's why environmental audit is so crucial. The oil may deplete tomorrow. What about our people? We want to make sure that the environment is clean. The environment is clean. You can see the venting sometimes. Although it's a small scale, we are burning some gas. But it's not allowed in some other countries for burning gas, because gas produces carbon dioxide, which can affect the inhabitants around. So, the equipments, I have to go back again, the drilling equipments, cementing. How you synthesize the real chemical for cement. Why the conductors, you are technical, the conduct sometimes, it's zinc. Either you didn't give good time or enough time for the cement to dry, or you just do it in 5-6 hours and it's starting running into the formation and do the drilling. I don't know about that. Either used expired chemicals. I don't know, like what happened in 2017. There was just drilling mud that was brought from probably from China or from Jordan. It stays here for almost a year or two. That drilling mud got expired. Now, we were called for a presentation. It's Depot. It was Depot in the Ministry of Petroleum. When they were explaining about the drilling mud, the expiration of the drilling mud, they lied that the drilling mud is still it can be used because it's like within 6 months. But when we sent the delegation that went to the field, they discovered that the mud was expired a long time ago, about a year ago, or a year and 6 months. You have tons of that drilling mud lying in the oil fields, Paloj, Adar, What happened to that mud? If it was used, can it be effective? That's why the audit of the reservoirs is so important, so crucial. You can even drill some samples of wells closer to some of the wells. Then we look into them. Where does this mud went? Last year or the year before, I understand there was some wells drilled over 40 wells, new wells. I don't know where they've been commissioned. But we don't see any effect in the production. The progress is so consistent throughout, since 2013 up to today. This particular to depot, from 125, 120, 130, 125, 120, but we have new wells. That's why we need an audit of the formations or of the reservoirs. Reservoir management, so crucial. The tools used. When you drill blindly, I don't think in China, in Malaysia, or anywhere in the world, people drill blindly without using MW tools. Measure while drilling, down tool holes. That's why when you do audit, we can correct the way we do our drilling, the tools we used. We can use updated ones. It doesn't mean somebody is going to be arrested or whatever. It's just a normal thing for us to put things straight as a country.